of relationship between philosophy and education. Philosophy and education are like a dove with two wings. A dove cannot fly with only one wing. Here what we are saying is philosophy and education, they go hand in hand. And as we go on, this will be explained. So there are two things. So we'll look at what is the philosophical side of education. Where do they meet? Where do they meet? We'll look at that as we go on. Now, both philosophy and education must be presented for effective learning or for effective teaching and learning to occur. Both philosophy and education must be present for effective teaching and learning to occur. Now, the relationships. 1. Philosophy gives guidelines of how education should be carried out, while education follows through some guidelines. I can go ahead of myself. Let me combine it with the next thing. Philosophy formulates the curriculum, while education teaches it. So let me combine these two. When we say that philosophy gives guidelines, here what we are saying, when, for instance, they are developing a curriculum, those are the guidelines. If in church you sit down, you say, okay, how are we going to teach this particular group? How are we going to teach them? What things are we going to give them? And in a curriculum, we say that a curriculum, it's a list of topics to be covered. So you come up with that list of topics to be covered. Those are the guidelines we are talking about, and how you are going to teach it. Are you going to teach it in 3 minutes? Are you going to teach it in 5 minutes? How are your periods structures? That is the philosophical side of education that we are talking about. So philosophy gives guidelines on how education should be conducted. Let me pause my presentation here and show you something. Let me pause my presentation here and just